Good morning, everybody, and happy second Sunday of Advent to you. I have got a lot of stuff here, and we're gonna get to all of it today. We have some cool stuff to talk about. Now, before that, I want to ask you, Old Town kids, have you been enjoying our special Advent project? If you're not a part of our Old Town kids, this year, the children of OTCC have been using this special book, and when you open it, watch this. Whoa, up pops a tree. Now this isn't just any ordinary Christmas tree. This is a Jesse tree. And this tree tells the story of the family of Jesus. And so each day we open one of the flaps in this little book, and inside is an ornament. Now I've already pulled out the first few in ours, and we put our ornaments on the tree. And as we put them on the tree each day, there's a special devotional for our family to read that talks about that day's story. And so each day we get to read a story together, and we get to pray together as a family. And what I really, really love about this is it's not just my family at home doing it, but I get to know that all over Alexandria and all over Virginia, and get this, all over the country, because that's how big our Old Town Kids community is. We're doing this together, even while we're apart. We're getting to remember and learn about and celebrate the story of Jesus through Advent together apart. So that's that. I'm gonna put this away for now because we have some other stuff here that I want to talk to you about today. Now, you'll see here that I have our special little nativity set. This is our nativity set at home that my kids like to play with. And this Advent, in our Old Town Kids lessons, we're going to be looking at the special figures in the story of Jesus' birth. Do you remember who we talked about last week? Last week, we talked about some people who come way, way, way earlier in the story, way, way, way back in history, and they are called the prophets. Long before Jesus was born, the prophets were telling about Jesus, and they were telling that Jesus was going to come and help the people of Israel. And this week, we're going to be looking at two very special figures in the story of Jesus. And they are, you may have heard of them, Mary and Joseph. Now, if you haven't heard of Mary and Joseph, they are Jesus' parents here on earth. Mary, his mother, and Joseph, Jesus' earthly father. Now, the story of Mary and Joseph begins before Jesus is born, and where we're going to pick up the story is that they are making a road trip. Now, have you ever been on a road trip? When my family goes on a road trip, we pack up a lot of stuff, and we put it in the car. So I have some bags here with some stuff, and I am just going to go ahead and get them out of the way, and we would load those bags in the car, and then we would go. Now, if I told you you were going on a 2-hour road trip and you were gonna stay there for a while, you would pack all your bags, you'd probably put them in the car, and you'd go. Now, we're talking like 70 to 90 miles, something like that. So like I said, hour and a half, 2 hours, okay? But in Mary and Joseph's time, a 70 to 90 mile road trip was gonna take a lot longer. Because what if I said to you that you couldn't take your road trip in the car? What if I said that you had to go 70 to 90 miles and all you had was this bike? Now, this is not a very big bike, right? So in Mary and Joseph's day, they had a horse. But imagine that I said you had to take a bike. But not just that. What if I said you're not gonna travel on roads, not like paved, nice roads. You're gonna travel on these like muddy, rock-filled, bumpy roads with like giant potholes, and you're gonna take this little bike. Do you think that that would be comfortable? Do you think that it would be quick? No, it would take a lot longer than a car, wouldn't it? And what about all those bags? Where are you gonna put them? Maybe you can wear one. Maybe you would like put the other one over the handlebar. Maybe you would say, okay, I'm gonna walk and I'm gonna use my bike to hold all of my luggage, right? So you've got like a luggage here and then a stack a few more on top of it. Oh, but that's going to be a hard journey, right? And so Mary and Joseph are making this journey that's going to be long. And it's going to take them days. And not only that, but Mary is very pregnant. And so like, if in normal time, this journey is hard, she's like tired and her body hurts and her back aches and she's like out of breath all the time. And she has to make this journey without a car with all their stuff, right? And so that is where we see Mary and Joseph when the story begins. They are making a hard journey. And they don't know how the story is going to end yet, but we know. Looking ahead, don't tell. We know that the destination is going to be very special because they are headed to Bethlehem. And it is in Bethlehem, when Mary and Joseph finish their journey, that Jesus is born. Okay, but we're not there yet. So for now, we are going to leave Mary and Joseph on their journey, and we are going to come back next week to learn more about these special figures who are there for the birth of Jesus. These special people who were there, who were coming, who were so excited that they made special journeys to celebrate the birth of Jesus, our Savior. Are you ready to make that special journey in the weeks ahead? Well, stick with us. I will be back next week and we will keep going in this Advent journey. I will see you next time. Have a good week. Bye.